China's ByteDance has just unveiled UI-TARS 1.5, and it's not just another AI assistant. This one sees your screen, thinks like a human, and clicks like a pro. Chapter 1. What is UI-TARS 1.5? UI-TARS 1.5 is an AI agent from China that can see and understand your computer screen like a human. It reads what's on the screen and takes actions, like clicking or typing, just by following natural language instructions. The first version of UI-TARS created a buzz, but version 1.5 brings a supercharged edge to the game. Powered by ByteDance's Qwen 2 VL backbone, it comes in 3 model sizes: a compact 2 billion parameters for lightweight tasks, a flexible 7 billion for everyday desktop use, and a monstrous 72 billion parameter version that received an extra round of direct preference optimization. This means the model didn't just train on random text, it studied 50 billion tokens of training data, GUI tutorials, element metadata, and action traces to understand not only what's on your screen, but why it matters and what to do next. To build it, ByteDance collected data from everywhere: websites, Windows programs, Android apps, design tools, and Office software. They didn't just take screenshots, they broke down every part of the screen. What the icons mean, how the screen changes when you hover or click, and even how to describe the screen in full sentences. They organized this into 5 clear types of info, like telling the AI what each button does and where it is. That way, the AI can look at your screen, understand it like a human, and follow instructions like click the save button without confusion. Chapter 2. Under the hood. But the genius of UI-TARS 1.5 lies in its action capability. ByteDance defined a shared action space with primitives like click, type, drag, scroll, and more advanced ones like hotkey, right-click, and mobile-specific actions like long press or back. Every move the agent makes is grounded in this unified template. No guesswork, no tool hopping, just raw, native control. To build true fluency, ByteDance collected millions of multi-step interaction traces from open-source projects and custom hand-recorded sessions. Each trace averaged around 15 steps, teaching the AI to think in terms of sequences rather than isolated actions. This is where it starts to feel eerily human. It doesn't just tap a button, it breaks down a complex task into subtasks, executes them in order, and adapts along the way. Chapter 3. System 1 versus System 2. The biggest brain boost in UI-TARS 1.5 is how it reasons. Drawing from the concept of dual process theory, the model splits its thinking into System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast and intuitive, like a user clicking next without thinking. System 2 is deliberate, like a user writing down steps and troubleshooting. The model combines both with remarkable elegance. ByteDance trained it on over 6 million GUI tutorials pulled from the web, each with screenshots and text. They then applied a bootstrapping technique. The model generated several thought-action pairs and then kept only the ones that worked. It learned to talk to itself, literally. Every action comes with a little monologue like, "Okay, found the search bar, typing username next." But what happens when the agent makes a mistake? Chapter 4. Learning from mistakes. That's where ByteDance's preference optimization pipeline comes in. They created virtual PCs, let early model checkpoints explore freely, and captured all the missteps. Then human annotators labeled both the wrong move and the correct fix. This formed the basis for reward signals. The model is punished for blunders and rewarded for good decisions, all while staying close to the stable, supervised, fine-tuned baseline. It's a kind of mental correction loop, like muscle memory but for AI. And that's why it showcases this much of benchmarks. Chapter 5. Highlights. In the synthetic desktop benchmark known as OS World, UI-TARS 1.5 hits a 42.5% success rate using just 100 steps, beating OpenAI's Operator at 36.4% and Claude 3.7 at 28%. On the Android World benchmark, the 7B model hits a jaw-dropping 64.2%, surpassing the previous best of 59.5%. When it comes to naked grounding, essentially pointing to the right element on a screen, ScreenSpot V2 scores UiTars 1.5 at 94.2% accuracy. Gaming is no exception. The agent breezed through a set of 14 browser-based puzzle games, including 2048, Snake, and Infinity Loop, with a clean 100% completion rate. For comparison, Operator and Claude failed to finish half of them. Even in more complex environments like Minecraft's Mineral L benchmark, UiTars 1.5 held its own. 42% success in mining tasks, and 31% in mob-killing tasks, far surpassing legacy AI agents like VPT or Dreamer v3, which barely scratched 1%. But UiTars 1.5 isn't just a benchmark beast, it generalizes too. ByteDance tested the model on out-of-domain environments like Android World, which it hadn't seen in training, and the System 2-enabled version achieved 46.6% success. The Reflex-only version dropped to 34.5%. This shows that the model isn't memorizing, it's learning how to plan. But apart from all this, what really makes this release monumental is ByteDance's openness. Chapter 6. Accessibility. The company didn't hide the data or guard the code behind NDA walls. Instead, they open-sourced the 7B checkpoint on Hugging Face under Apache 2.0. The 72B weights are available under early research access, and the GitHub repository is stacked with training scripts, capture tools, benchmarks, and replays. You can even run UiTars Desktop, a lightweight Windows agent that takes your natural language input and pilots your PC in real time. From a broader AI research perspective, UiTars 1.5 marks a definitive evolution. Rule-based automation is brittle and breaks at the first UI update. Prompt engineering frameworks like AutoGPT are powerful but fragile. Native agents like UiTars are different. They're trained on data, learn from real interactions, and adapt without needing hand-tuned instructions. ByteDance emphasizes 4 core pillars: perception seeing the screen, action performing the task, reasoning combining fast and slow thinking, and memory storing what matters. Fold these into one neural model, and you don't just get an assistant, you get an autonomous digital worker. In many ways, this isn't just a model, it's ByteDance's answer to the future of digital autonomy. And they've done it without locking the door. With Apache licensing, devs can build on top of UiTars, embed it into products, fine-tune it for hospitals or games, and even sell the result. So, if you've been waiting for an open agent that doesn't just fake intelligence but actually uses it, UiTars 1.5 just changed the game and handed the blueprint to everyone. Maybe the AI war has already begun, and China's playbook is now the world's. No real rivals, just followers using China's template.